Hi, I'm Emily Cooksey. When I was in kindergarten, I was at Los Micos, which is a bilingual school which they teach you how to read, write, and speak in Spanish all the way to 8th grade. So, sí, esta gringa puede hablar español. And I continued that Spanish education throughout my college career. While I attended UCLA, I also worked for the 911 system in the Antelope Valley. Actually, being bilingual helped me a lot in that field because I was able to help tons of people that only knew how to speak Spanish. And when they were calling 911 for help, I was usually the only one on scene that was able to actually communicate with them and get them the help that they needed.
Hey, my name is Vidang. I was born and brought up in India and moved to the US in 2016. I'm a professional filmmaker and a photographer. For me, diversity is one of the most beautiful parts of the entire creation. When I look around, I see so many kinds of birds, fruits, and vegetables. And I feel that's something which makes the life so vibrant. Can you imagine a world where we only have one kind of color? It's so depressing, right? I'm someone who loves to travel and dive into different cultures, and for that reason I think diversity is needed and it's something which makes my life colorful. In my opinion, diversity is one of the most important and fundamental aspects of the entire creation, which should be appreciated.
Hi, my name is Lily. Drawing is hard for me, but I have a strong desire to create. Art makes me feel things. Graña, Larry, and all the staff here encourage me. I feel like I can do it. I am very happy to see people enjoy my art. I want my artwork to be experienced and felt by other people. My favorite are flowers. I love to paint and take pictures of flowers. I love that there are many different kinds of flowers to look at and that they come in many different colors. The difference in the kinds of flowers make life more interesting and beautiful.
My name is Cecilia, Taibo, Rahban. I'm a jewelry artist. I've been in the US for 39 years. So as you can see, I still haven't lost my accent. To me, diversity is learning from other people because we're all different. I'm originally from Uruguay. I always appreciate when someone shows genuine interest in my story. And I think we all benefit from that. We don't have to agree with the other person, but we can really listen, and that really helps, and we can grow together and enriches our lives.
I'm Taylor, and I like playing a lot of handball, and I also like playing Roblox. Well, even if you don't like your skin color or your hair color, you're still beautiful no matter who you are.
Hello, my name is Tyanne Jordan. I am 14 years old. When I wear my hair like this, I feel like I'm empowering my other black girls. I feel like a queen. I feel like I'm doing something amazing. Dear black girl, if you are ever afraid to wear your natural hair ever because you're scared that some boy is gonna say a smart remark, do not listen to them. Your hair is beautiful, it's gorgeous. Nobody else has hair like yours. Nobody else can make hair like yours. This is all you. This is who you are.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Osman. I'm an actress, voiceover artist, freelance writer. I come from a very strong Irish Catholic side, and I have a very large Egyptian Muslim side to my family. I have a spinal cord injury that rendered me a quadriplegic. Definitely not part of the vision or the dream, but definitely very much a part of my reality. And what that did was give me an appreciation for life, although not right away because I spent a long time being angry and depressed, but the perspective that it's given me on how fragile life is and how fleeting it is has been priceless.
I'm director Carlos Graña. I am a filmmaker living in Los Angeles. Parents are Peruvians. I was born in New York, grew up in Spain, the UK, came back to the US for college. I see diversity as a necessity for our not just advancement, but survival. We need diversity in perspectives in order to test our own ideas or to allow us to view the same facts or the same life simply from different sets of eyes.
Hello, my name is Lourans Mikhail. I am 39 years old. I was born in Baghdad, Iraq. I am culturally Assyrian, which is a ethnic background that was in Iraq. We speak Aramaic, which was the original language of the Bible. Being diverse is not having the fear to kind of fit into a box. Weird is kind of always taken like a negative connotation, and it's not weird, it's just different or something you're not used to. And having a perspective to be able to look at that and experience it without either A, not being offended, or B, just, accepting it. And even though it's not your taste, you just say, hey, whatever floats your boat, and keep walking.
I'm a daughter and a sister and just an all-over weirdo. When I think of diversity, the thing that really comes to mind for me is the importance of individual expression, self-expression, individuality. Just, we are all inherently unique. This is why everybody needs to show us what they got, because everybody's got some crazy thing to show that, like, you would never even imagine or never even think of.
Hi, my name is Josh Cabello. I'm 22 years old. I am a visual artist / drag queen / superstar, born and raised in Los Angeles. And my drag name is Sunset Blush, after the Franzia. Diversity has been so commercialized and commodified at this point that institutions that are like inherently white, inherently straight, inherently cis, etc., can use it in a very self-congratulatory way that ultimately just like promotes their own systems. Like, there are so many other themes that can sort of like foster diverse opinions and diverse groups and diverse perspectives to like come together to create an art show that aren't as tacky, to be honest.
My name is Chen and I'm a Los Angeles-based contemporary visual artist. My works exploring states of being. The more you look into people, the more I can see the similarity. 99% of the mass of the human body is just made out of 6 elements. And especially living in Los Angeles, I find it fascinating. I'm interested in different cultures. I'm a curious cat. Anything I haven't tried, I like to try at least once.
My name is Chuck Hong, and right now I'm running an online business called Noxinda that covers hanbok. In China and in Korea, traditional garments are making a comeback. It is of marking oneself as different from Western influence, and also going back to their roots. I think that's perfect for Los Angeles, where diversity is somewhat accepted, but also kind of pushed back by a little bit of outer influences. For me to wear this and include more of what I thought was traditional into something daily wear and something more acceptable is quite exciting.
My name is Joe Cecilia. I'm a Chicano playwright, director, and overall theater artist. Growing up in LA, you are constantly surrounded by all the culture that's of the Asian Pacific, of the Latinos who came here through Mexico. You can basically find every culture represented in this city, and it's basically that almost seismic energy that you get from the place that influences so much of the arts. The thing about being a Los Angelino is that there's so many different things that constantly are able to influence you.
Oh, I'm Christopher James Flores. I am an abstract artist. I'm Native American, Mexican, and there's some white European floating around in there. My family's been in California probably for the last at least 5 generations that I know of. So I don't speak Spanish, and that actually made it really hard growing up as a kid. You know, a lot of the kids, it was split, you know, between the brown kids and the white kids, especially growing up in San Fernando. So I didn't speak enough Spanish to hang out with the brown kids, and I was too brown to hang out with some of the white kids. So it was kind of hard being an outcast.
Hi, my name is Noma Patel. I grew up in India the first 13 years of my life. After that, I moved to California, did my high school and college here, and now I work as a financial associate at Wedbush Securities in Los Angeles. When I moved here, it's really helped me grow and mature as a person and respect the types of people, the different opinions that exist in the world. So to me, diversity has played a very huge role in shaping me to become the person that I am. I love to celebrate diversity whenever I see it. As humans, we should, every chance we get, to respect that, to let other people have their own opinions and have their own experiences, because only through that will we actually grow as a society and move forward in a positive direction.
What I'd like to see going forward is for sure diversity in terms of backgrounds, but at the same time I'd like to see economic diversity. I'd like to see people of all financial statuses being able to interact with each other. We live in our bubble and it can go either way, whether you're financially secure or you're not. You can look at the other person or that other group with some disdain and understand that nobody owns this shit. It's all ours. We're all on a spinning rock floating through space, and the idea that we would separate ourselves for any reason really is just insane.
Hi, my name is Kenneth. I am a fashion photographer, and to me, diversity is when your work comes out into different experiences and different implementations and expressions to so many different people with different backgrounds and different cultures and different mindsets, and then together the art itself speaks into a new form of implementation. I'm personally from Indonesia and I moved to LA 3 years ago. Personally chose LA because it's just such a diverse city with artists that come from different backgrounds and different experiences.
My name is Oscar Ramirez. I'm a modern contemporary realism artist, and I'm also a union ironworker for Local 433. I'm a Mexican American. I grew up here in Los Angeles, California. Diversity for me is being exposed to different types of people from different ethnic backgrounds, different religions, different cultures, different styles in clothing. And it's good to help each other from seeing each other's differences, because each individual is uniquely different and beautiful.
We're so accepting of diversity in nature, right? There's so many varieties of animals and species. We have animals that have fur and animals that have scales and feathers. Amongst all those different types of things covering their body, they have variation from feather to fur to scale, and no one animal really is the same. We don't really question those things. When we look at diversity in society, it becomes a lot more challenging. When we start to look at our differences as more nature-based, that stems from a natural process, then we can really start to accept the differences between one another.
Hi, my name is John Ching. I am an artist. I kind of was thinking about diversity and through the lens of nature. Biodiversity leads to evolution, and so when I'm thinking about that in society, in our culture, it's the same, I think. Bringing different voices, different cultural backgrounds, different understandings and perspectives, and bringing all those together challenges ideas and elevates society.
Kind of growing up in the West County, like white suburbs of St. Louis, honestly, they bring in students from the city to go to our school because they don't live nearby. So I just really wasn't exposed to a ton of diversity growing up. Being able to travel, move to LA, and just experience the melting pot of people that are here. Diversity would be, the difference in groups of people, and just really finding like something that interests you in it.
I'm Casey. Initially when I was asked to do an interview about diversity, I felt a little weird as a straight, middle-aged white lady. But actually, the more I thought about it, the more I actually feel really passionate, because of anyone that's part of a dominant or majority group often has a privilege that gives us access to spaces and conversations that other people don't necessarily have access to, and often those are the spaces that are most in need of diverse representation and perspectives. It's important for people like me to be active and vocal advocates and allies for diversity, and just being aware of maybe what voices aren't being heard or shared, and what perspectives could be brought in, and how maybe we can help.
My name is Darlene Centeno, and I'm Mexican American, and I'm currently going to California State University, Northridge. For me, diversity means that like everyone is like unique in every way, that we get to learn about everyone. I mean, especially living in LA, you get to learn about different cultures, ethnicity, and I think that's really important because, like, for example, like my best friend Stephanie, she's Korean, so I get to learn about like her culture and like what she does like for different types of food, or even like what they celebrate. So for me, it's like really interesting, like learning about different people.
Well, hi, I'm Stephanie Lee. I am 22 years old. I have a bachelor's in public health. Well, growing up, I was mainly surrounded by Korean Americans and Koreans, so the culture is just kind of all the same thing. Once I really started going to middle school, high school, that's when I started meeting different people, different ethnicities, different sexual orientations, and that's when I learned what you're used to, what you think is right isn't necessarily right. There's so many different perspectives, there's so many different people with different experiences. It's not always an easy thing to put yourself in someone else's shoes, so it's just understanding that everyone's really different and being open-minded and having a want to learn about different people and different cultures.
I'm Rosie. My parents are of third world countries that are across the world from each other, so how they met is just the universe of fate, I guess. My father is Ecuadorian Chilean. I was born in Ecuador in the mountains, and my mother's Filipino. What does diversity mean to me? It's really just accepting the differences in life and in the world and in culture, religions, beliefs, studies, just knowing and being willing to learn from that and accept that and broaden your worldview and being willing to share that with other people.
My name is Liz. I am a second generation Vietnamese American. My parents came here from Vietnam. I struggled with fitting in with my peers. My parents never really exposed me to American music or TV shows or anything like that, so it would be really hard to relate to other people. Diversity gives this a unique identity, which can be hard at times, but I think it teaches us how to be kind to one another.
My name is Ibuki Gramochi. I'm from Tokyo, Japan. I came to Los Angeles 1 year ago. I am a performance artist specializing in Japanese modern dance form called Buto. When I first came to Los Angeles, I was surprised about the diversity. In Japan, we were mostly one race, one culture, and one religion. Here in Los Angeles, it's very different. So many different races, cultures, and religions. This diversity is very interesting for my collaborations. When I performed, I collaborated with so many different types of artists.
I'm a retired educator. I am also a fourth generation Californian. Diversity is very important in the educational system. Because of the many years that I have been in education, I've seen how the emphasis has grown. There are many programs to help teachers understand different cultures. We have a wide diversity in California, and so it's very important that we include an understanding of that diversity in our teacher programs.
Hi, my name is Danielle. At this point in my life, it's just a journey of really uncovering, discovering, and discarding what Danielle is. You know, growing up one way, being taught one thing, society tells me to do this and that. And as I get older, it doesn't fit with me anymore. Being okay with the fact that I don't fit in the box, and I've never fit in the box. For me, I need diversity because I don't have all the answers. I don't know everybody's journey. I want to learn from somebody who's completely different.
My name is Yolanda Ledesma. I am a mother of 3, a professional, someone that has always worked to better the lives of others and who is happy doing that. To me, diversity is the understanding that we are single pieces of a whole and being open to the diversity and to the complexity that brings to better our lives and the lives of others.
Hi, my name is Ruby and I am first generation here. My mother came when she was in her late 20s and came to try out the American dream here. It's definitely been a really big challenge for me personally. There were a lot of obstacles that I had to overcome. Diversity to me is a mixture between nature and nurture. It's a little bit about where you came from, how you were raised, and bringing those ideas into collaboration with the rest of the world. Diversity is everything, especially here. It's the American dream. People come here to be something better.
Hi, my name is Arifa Abubakar. I am a senior consultant for Kaiser Permanente. I am originally from India, from a very conservative Muslim family, in an ideal world where diversity is not just accepted, but embraced. I feel like when you look at a person, like I want to be able to look at them as a wholesome human being and start off with a clean slate and not have this my own map of them because of the way they look or the way they dress or the way they tie their hair. That's what the experience in America has taught me, and also the bunch of different types of friends that I have and talking to them every day. Like, you learn so much, and I feel like diversity is very underrated. The experiences you've had, the people that you've met, the memories that you've created in your life, and I think we should embrace it and enjoy it and celebrate it.
I'm S.B. Harper, and I'm an artist who uses recycled diverse materials. I'm an artist who wants to make the earth cool again. Diversity to me, and ecocentric, employs different discarded elements. I'm interested in the complete polar opposites ends of diversity. The stark contrast between worthless flopsome and valuable gemstones.
Hi, my name is Karen Sarah, and I'm a visual artist and curator. Diversity to me is about everybody sort of unifying together and really encouraging diversity in our lives and in our institution. If you notice, like, the diversity that's entering Congress is actually talking about those things and being aware that wealth inequality is also part of that equation. We need to take care of our diverse society.
I myself have cystic fibrosis, a chronic illness, genetic disease. The patient experience, the patient voice, it demands a diversity that I think is growing, but it's still underserved for sure. The underlying glue that will hold everything together and make outcomes better for patients is having that empathy involved in everything. And you can't have that empathy and compassion without a diverse voice from patients all across the spectrum.
It is free. I'm a fashion designer, artist, curator. Well, to me, LA is a very diverse place. Similar to New York, it has a very big melting pot. Every day I meet somebody, and I guess it's a strange thing in Los Angeles to be from Los Angeles because so many people aren't from here. So when they meet a native, they're like, oh my God, you're a native. And it's amazing to just see that you can have your dream set on what you want to do and then being able to execute that. And I think LA is a city of dreams where it really captures what the American dream is of, freedom and being able to have the freedom to be who you want to be.
Hi, my name is Yosmi. I'm a singer-songwriter, performance artist, and a costume designer. And I also like to call myself a frequency agent of different frequencies. I use sound, visual, and physicality of human body as a holy trinity to create an image of the goddess named Yosmi as my higher channel alter ego, using my given male form. Yosmi transcends gender, but is a powerful, compassionate heroine who guides me to my highest potential beyond the limitation of trans-identified Korean male. Yosmi embodies both the sacred feminine and sacred masculine principles. As Yosmi's servant, caretaker, and agent, I create a look, costume, songs, situation, and public performances that represent Yosmi and spread her message of do you Do you meaning doing you, a process of becoming fully self-realized and acting upon self-identity. Do you is my artistic mantra to shift power from external conformity to internal realization, meaning bringing the power and attention back to ourselves. So I use my art practice as a tool of transformation, which I can also call healing, this process, and to create the balance within myself, which I believe able to shift in external situations. So what is diversity means to me? Diversity can exist because of oneness, and oneness can be experienced because of diversity. They coexist like a twin soul. So to me, diversity is equality, this beautiful creature created from and by the connection between oneness and diversity. That all things are created equal and everything is interconnected.